And we're in a special time of the year, Janae. We're in a special time of the year. Unfortunately, my team was not able to participate. We didn't get a ticket to the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Just hope we can win a game. We didn't win enough games, Janae. But you did. You guys won enough games. There was a lot of games going. I'm not gonna do that to you this early. Let's go to one of the most obvious games. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Jacksonville Jaguars,
Woo!
but Mahomes got that ankle rolled, and he
the one-legged hero,
right?
The one-legged hero, Sean.
Right.
I mean, golly, for him to have one leg, he hopped.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, he hopped to and from around the field to make certain plays and throws. Now, they did use the running game a lot more, which they definitely should have done it. It worked. But, man, shout out to Mahomes for sticking it in. But he does have a high ankle sprain, and we just don't know what it's going to look like next week. Yeah. So, it's definitely going to be crazy.
It's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, that's going to be the story that everybody's going to talk about. Is Mahomes going to be okay? But I think the bigger story is the fact that Mahomes was not there. Tyreek Hill was not there. And they still were running the ball down the field, passing the ball down the field with Henny. Like, it just kept moving. And it almost makes them a little scarier where it's like, ooh, if they could do it without Mahomes.
Absolutely. And then he came right back in. So I'm like, damn, you let him get one drive, get all the way down. And then it's like, Mahomes like, nah, we're not doing this. We're not having no quarterback controversy over here.
No, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Wait. I got to shout this guy out. Eddie Hubbard. Talk about some Bird Gang.
Okay, Bird Gang. Okay. All right.
What's going on, Eddie?
Eagles
Happy belated birthday to you, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? They're coming out.
You know it. No, you know they coming. We're going to talk about it. But no, look, you're absolutely right. And you know, this is almost like the Jordan flu game. You know what I mean? Where, he was on the sidelines, hobbling, barely able to stand.
Hurt.
And he's just sitting here throwing his jacket down like, I'm not sitting down. I'm not going to the back. I got this, man. That's a new level for me.
And he got it.
Yeah.
We can't even hate on it. He got it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was crazy.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
So what about on the other side of the ball, like Trevor Lawrence and, you know what I'm saying?
You got to shout them out, man. You have to shout them out because they were able to get this far. They tried to hold it close early, but I don't know. That run defense was getting gashed, and the offense wasn't working. Now, there was a lot of this. For me, this is a missed opportunities game because they had one deep ball to Christian Kirk that was right through his hands. That if he catches that, they're within the red zone right there.
Very true.
You know what I mean? It changed the whole dynamic of the game, but at the end of the day, the coaching staff have doing so well for the Jags. They had an opportunity where Mahomes was hurt. Henny was coming in the game. They punted it down and they downed it like the 1 yard line. And led by Henny, the Chiefs had to go 99 yards. And the Jags had the opportunity to just end it right there. Like,
absolutely,
blitz them, get a safety, do something. They weren't able to do anything. The Chiefs ended up going all the way down the field. And for me, that was it.
That was it.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter Mahomes because the Jags, the Chiefs were just better than the Jags on that.
That's
one.
true.
So, but hey, going forward though,
they're gonna be monsters.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Jaguars. Watch out for them next year. They're one of them sleeper teams. They coming. They coming. They're coming.
Oh yeah.
I think they did a great job though. You took it. It's the Chiefs. Everybody was predicting the Chiefs. That got the freaking MVP on the team. What else can you do? It's the Chiefs. Yeah. They did a good job. They lasted this long. Shout out to the Jaguars. But, man, shout out to the one-legged bandit, man.
Hey, he's that dude. He's absolutely that guy, man. And shout out to him. Look, let's see what they said. They said, I am also liking Trevor Lawrence more and more because the man that he stood at the entrance to the locker room to make sure he spoke with every player after the loss and entered the locker room.
That's a great man right there. I freaking love that video, seeing him standing there greeting all his players and the love that they shown for him. Geez, this is just year 2, right? This is just year 2.
Right.
Imagine these kids are like taking over the game, and it's beautiful. It is a beautiful thing where you got these new quarterbacks coming in, and just taking over. Love it.
You look at Burrows in the year 2. He took them to the Super Bowl last year, and look where he's doing now, the AFC
Year
Championship.
3. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Come on.
Lawrence to do this, they were terrible last year. They were terrible. And now to have them from worst to first, they're in this position. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence. And that video, like you said, that's one of those hats off, man.
Absolutely.
That's character.
Year 3 for Hurts. Year 3 for Hurts.
Oh, yeah.
These kids are just taking over, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely love it. So the Chiefs will be going on, and we will go into who they will be playing. And look, Janae, I don't want to bring pain to you, but
oh man,
what happened to your boys, man? The Bengals crushed the Bills 27-10 in the snow. I'm gonna let you talk about this because I don't even know.
I just gotta say, man, I feel like the Bills got to go back to a game plan where they're gonna have to. Man, I was pissed. They didn't utilize Diggs. You saw him over there on the sidelines. It's like you did not give him enough plays. And then you also rely on Josh Allen to do so much. Yep. There's no game plan anymore. Right. It's I'm gonna get the ball, I'm gonna run the ball, I'm gonna figure it out. You can't do that when it comes to a game where you're playing an organized team. Right. And clearly the Bengals came to play. But man, I feel bad for my boy Josh Allen because they just feel like they require so much of him. He's the quarterback. He's running. He's getting the most yards and rushing. Like what can he do, man? What can he do? And then you're not making up game plans to where you're forcing him. It's too much on the cusp and not enough run the play. Let's have plays. Let's get it to Diggs. Let's get it to McKinsey. You got to make it work. It's just not working. But shout out to the Bengals, man.
Right. What happened to Gabe Davis? To your point, McKenzie, Diggs, Cook, all these guys that have been threats all throughout the year. I absolutely agree. They put too much on Josh Allen. It's either him or nothing.
100%.
You know what I mean? And a lot of their throws are trying to take the top off. They're trying to get that home run play. If that doesn't work, you have a game like this.
Just like this. That's exactly what happens, man. It sucks.
Now, but on the other side, shout out to Jim Jones talking about ain't nobody beating Joe Shiesty, a.k.a. Joe Cool, a.k.a. LSU's finest. Joey B.
He's the man. Guy. But you also got to say, like, as far as receiving core, don't you feel like he's got the best?
You got Higgins. You got Jamar Chase. You got, Hayden
Boyd.
Hurst. You got Boyd. Joe Mixon on the backfield with G.
As far as what he has to work with, I mean, Joey B, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from him. But they got a banging wide receiver core and Mixon in the running game. I mean, they're his supporting cast, I would say, is freaking amazing. Yeah. Bills need a durable running back, another pass rusher, they need all the above, Ben. Yeah, that's exactly what they, because they just rely on him to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? He's just, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. Yeah, look, even when he doesn't have the ball, you need him to be a pass. You need him to be like a lot, like somebody that's gonna hit players, and you know what I'm saying? Because you need him. He's so valuable all over the field. You can't win like that. It just seems like now they don't even have a game plan. They're not even going out there. They may be giving him plays, but you've given him so much reign to just run and do his own thing that it just seems like it's cliche. You see it all the time now.
Yeah, it is, and that's the problem. Like that, hey, they got to figure it out in Buffalo. I agree with you, Ben. They definitely need help in a lot of different positions, and then also something that we're going to talk about a little later. I mean, McDermott. I mean, he got them up to this place, but this is the third year in a row where they've gotten to the playoffs, gotten deep into the playoffs, at least to the divisional round, and then not been able to move on. You know what I mean? And so
that's just nothing nowadays. I guess if you get to the playoffs, it's just if you get to the playoffs, I'm learning this as a regular. If you get to the playoffs, they don't even respect you anymore just because you get to that level. Either championship or bust. That's what it means in this league.
That's what I mean. I'm just saying. But I mean, for Buffalo, it kind of was that. You know what I mean?
That's
At
true.
the beginning of this year, everybody had said Buffalo was going to be the Super Bowl champs. Like, this was their year. And then with everything happened with DeMar Hamlin, shout out to him for getting healthy. I'm not going to lie. When they said pregame that DeMar Hamlin was in the building, I thought there's no chance for the Bengals. I thought this whole spirit was just going to rise up.
They put their foot on them and they didn't let go, man. It was just,
exactly.
they had no chance to get back because it was just like every time the Bengals had the ball, they were breaking their way down the field. It was like it was nothing. Super great. Like there was no stopping. There was no stopping them in the snow. And that's supposed to be the Bills, that's supposed to be what they used to. So I don't want to hear that excuse. Mm-hmm. Now people are talking about, they shouldn't be playing the games in the snow. If you know what I'm saying? What are we saying here? One team scored 27 points.
Right.
They've been playing in the snow since the beginning.
Right.
It ain't nothing new.
To this one, he's saying that Josh Allen deserves a little heat too. In big games, not so much yesterday, but turnovers have gotten worse. We can go back to that Miami game where he had 5 turnovers and 2 interceptions on offense. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's not true. Supposed to be what he's doing. He's supposed to be the guy that's getting it done. And it's not looking good going to the future. I mean, they're going to stick with the guy, but you got to give this guy some help.
You got to. You
actually have to. So we are going to talk about a little bit later that matchup, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals, because I cannot wait to see what happens in that. Look, what fun is the game without some added weather? Oh, absolutely.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We're not gonna be, scared about playing in the rain and the snow, man. This is what has happened.
We don't do domes. I mean, well, some of us don't do domes. Some of the other ones over here.
We can open it up. We can close it however you want in my field, baby. Let's go.
Wow. Speaking of an open dome, San Francisco holds off the Dallas Cowboys for the second year in a row, 19-12. I'm going to start because, Janae, I'm going to tell people I called you at halftime because I was ready all the way through that first half to say, oh, here we go. This one's over. Kiss it goodbye, everything. But Dallas, that defense, that is the unit on that team, period. Yeah. That defense showed up. They dominated. They held that high-powered offense with Debo and CMC and Ayuk and all those guys, Kittle. They held them in check. 2 field goals, 3 field goals? Like, I'm telling you, Dallas's defense, if they hold that piece together, will be feared for years to come.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's other facets of the game. 1 being the offense, which was a struggle, and 2 being the man that needs to be just completely dropped from the team, Mr. Brett Maher. Yeah, that guy, he needs out. He needs out. But Janae, go ahead and talk to the people. They want to hear what you have to say, Janae. Talk to them.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I just go ahead and say this, ladies and gentlemen. We lost. There's no excuses for it. We lost. And it hurt. Sean, it hurt.
I know.
It hurt. I'm still hurt. I'm in mourning. It is a sad, sad day for me. But it leaves so many questions. Like Brett Maher, like you said, the kicker. We were so afraid to use him that I think it sabotaged us in the end. Like I feel like instead of going for it, we went for it on the 4th and 1. Yes, or for the 4th and 10. We did get it. We got the 4th down, but then he threw an interception. I would have much rather got the 3 points then.
Get the points.
At the end of the day, it's not so much pressure just to get a field goal out of a situation than to have to get a touchdown at the end. And I feel like shout out to the defense, man. Shout out. Nobody with eyes can say that the Dallas defense did not do what they needed to do. But Dak Prescott, man, and I'm just like our girl Kate, man. I'm the biggest fan of Dak, man. I love Dak. But you let me down, man. In a clutch situation, man, the Dak and the receivers, they just let me down.
Yep.
They did not step up, drop passes, interceptions, all the above, the offense, and then losing Pollard was just such a freaking blower. But to me, Sean, because none of those things are going to change. Like we may switch up some things with a wide receiver, but I really think all those people will be back. Dak is going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is the coaching.
Yeah.
The coaching, like we got Turbin. Sean, listen to this. Pollard went out, and you didn't see Turbin get in the backfield.
Right.
He's the one who got us 40, 50 yards every time he touched the ball.
Yeah.
So what did you think of some extra stuff just to throw in there, like some more play action? What happened to when you were playing Tampa Bay? You were doing QB sneaks and all of this other stuff, play action. You weren't doing none of that.
Right.
I appreciate my boys. Thank you. I love you guys too. We put up a good fight for 3 quarters, but it's just they slept on Kittle. You capitalized on McCaffrey. You got Deebo Samuels hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? They were non-existent during the game, Sean. We had them.
Yeah.
Then you have to incorporate, and you got to think about Shanahan being just a great mind.
Yep.
He's just tallying what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What is now not being exposed since he's shutting down McCaffrey and he's shutting down Deebo Samuels. How do we capitalize on that defense? Because they were doing damn good. Kittle, you incorporate Kittle, you get him grooving. Then you also keep pounding the rock. Now, you can say what you want to say about Ezekiel Elliott, but they stopped pounding the rock. So even if Pollard went out, you like, oh, well, Zeke's getting stuffed. You can't go off of just one down. You got to keep making it consistent because that's what they did. McCaffrey was shut down all the game. And then by fourth quarter, our babies was tired. That's what you got to do to their defense. Punch them out so they tired. And that's what type of running back Zeke is.
Right.
Keep going, whether it's 2 yards, 3 yards. At the end of the day, if you hit them every time, making them feel it, then you got this. They relied on Dak. Dak threw two picks. Stupid picks. Could have got 4 picks out the game, if I'm being honest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being critical of my guy because he's my guy.
Yeah.
That was a horrible performance. And this is, I try to stick up for my guy because I love him. I want Dak. I do want him. But we got to be consistent. And I'm tired of the inconsistencies. I can give you a break. But sometimes it's like, bro, you cannot do a 5-touchdown game last week, then turn around, give me 1 TD. You gotta be aggressive with the aggressive teams, and that's why they say when we go against really good teams, Dak Prescott don't want to show up.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Now I'm gonna quickly address this. Brandon's in here saying, "Sean, let her have it." Wait, here it is. Stop spitting excuses. It's over. Pull up a chair. Look, BG. I'm gonna give her some grace.
Was
right
that
now, okay?
I thought I was pretty harsh. That wasn't excuse.
No, you were good. Right.
That was pretty harsh. I love. It's so funny how the Washington fans just come out the woodwork, bro. I've been harassed and attacked all day, and the thing is, it ain't been by no damn San Francisco fans. I got beat up more now by Washington fans than by San Francisco.
Hold up, hey guys. Now we gotta give her some grace, okay? We gotta give her some grace because I talked about it's enduring, okay? I'm not going to sit here and get on my sister because she hasn't been able to get to the NFC Championship since 1995.
Wow, I'm
not going to get on my sister because this is the first year in like 20 years that they've won a road playoff game. I'm not going to get on my sister because I know my sister is enduring right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we need to let the devil know that you are encouraged. Because you might go through the dark days. Yea, though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I fear no evil. I fear no defense. I fear no special teams. And I don't fear Dak. So I'm just saying this to you, my sister. You be encouraged. Because there is another year coming. And just like every year, you are next year's champs. All right?
I see how you did that. I thought you was gonna be on my side this show. I knew that was gonna come from me, Sean.
Look, I had to say, I had to give it to my guys. But at the end of the day, it's like I said, like they did not blast you guys. They won at 7 points at the end of the game, and to be honest, it was 16-12 at one point. Y'all had opportunities, and that's the thing that I think frustrates me. You talked about Zeke; he only had 10 carries. The guy had under 30 yards. Zeke is a guy that we know needs 20 to 30 carries because around carry 15, 16, 17, 18, now he's starting to hit and these defenders are falling back. But if you give him 1 or 2 carries or 3 or 4 carries a quarter, that's not going to work for Zeke. It's not going to do it. And you're really doing him a disservice. But then again, to your point, you only threw it to 2 people. You throw it to daggone CD. He has over 10 catches. And then you throw it to Schultz.
There was no creativity, nothing.
Nothing.
It just pissed me off, man. I mean, this was the game where you're supposed to come and bring your A game, and they were just playing scared. But man, I can't even say anything great about my offense at all. My offensive line. Wait a minute. I can shout out my offensive line. Sean, did you see was Bosa active? Bosa? Did you hear Bosa's name demolishing my boy Dak? No, the pieces that needed to play came to play. The pieces that we know needed to play did not.
Right.
Dak, the wide receiver, say what you want. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, CeeDee Lamb and Schultz, yes. But there were some drop passes. Yep. I mean, there were some routes. It was just horrible, man. Offense, that was our opportunity. That was our opportunity. We missed it. But I knew y'all was going to let me have it today. I think Zeke fell off. Pollard plays. Absolutely. Nobody is denying that Pollard plays better. Pollard definitely plays better. But if you don't have Pollard, you still got to work with Zeke. You still got to make it work. And the thing is, if for them not putting Turpin back there, that just pissed me off even more. Because we needed some creativity. And the only person that was getting us yards, Sean, was Turbin.
Yep.
Dallas front defense looked like it's up in the third. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. After halftime, that defense was different defense. Like that first half, they played top 5, number 1. Like they were up and they challenged San Francisco for that number 1 defense. But that second half, it really looked like they kind of slowed it down because at one point you started playing field position and then they got you down and like you're in the 10-yard line or something. And you hit CD for like a 40-yard pass. And I remember I was in the group chat with Delilah and all of them kind of like, Anthony was in there and we were like, here they go. Dallas is about to take the top off. And then it was just like nothing else happened after
Nothing.
You're right. It's consistency. You need to be consistent. Your defense is doing good. I do have to call out your boy Diggs because there was a play when it was 16-12 where they threw it right to him. And I was sitting there like, man, that changes the game. I don't know if that's a pick 6, but he's definitely getting it back into their territory. That changes the entire game right there. Right. So missed opportunities, man. That's all that was. I ain't gonna go. I have my little speech in the middle, but I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that.
We lost, ladies and gentlemen. We lost. We're on the couch.
Yeah, let me.
John said, I gotta get my chicken wings.
Now hold up. Since the Giants lost, they got your spot. But I got a chair for you right here. So okay, you just gonna have to sit in a chair right now. But it's gonna be all right.
Where's the pillows at? And stuff,
man? Look, hey, come on now, come on. You just enjoying this party. Okay, this is the real party right here.
You're lucky. You are so lucky, but it's okay. It's all right. We are on the couch. What clearly everybody's been rooting for us being on the couch. Shanahan figured it out, though. He figured out how to put. I said it. He just he had to play the game, each quarter just to see what will be exposed, and then he started highlighting this, Kittle, and then now you figuring out where you're gonna put McCaffrey. It just started working, man. That boy can fly. Definitely need to put him in the mix. I just don't understand, and that's why I'm talking about coaching. How is he not then incorporated in the offense on the regular? And then Sean, I'm sorry, we're just going 1 second, y'all. One second.
Come on.
Then to have that dumb beep last play. What was that last play?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't explain that to you.
How embarrassing was that last play? I'm like, oh, snap, they lined up. Zeke getting ready to snap the ball. What the hell was that?
I don't know. Janae, I wanted to call you at that point, but I thought that was a little bit too embarrassing to call. So I was not going to do that.
I was hurt. I probably wouldn't have answered at that time.
I don't know what that was. I can't make hide nor hair of it. I don't. It
I'm
didn't
sitting
look
there
right.
like, what formation is this? What are we doing right
When
now?
Zeke lined up at center, I said,
Is
"Is
this
this
an
flag
onside
football?"
kick? What is
Right? What is happening right now? I don't know. Janae, I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know. Look,
Strange.
I'm taking you out of your misery, Janae. We're gonna go ahead
Thank
and
you.
move on.
Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen.
I appreciate all. Brandon, oh man, Brandon, I got something for you, man. I got something for you because you just been every post, everything. He just been trying to hurt me, man. It's my boy, it's my cousin. We found out we were cousins. He gonna do me like that, man.
That's how he does it, man. That's how he does it. Sean, I think that one tops the 14-second drill. Ooh.
Whoa, Andy, the
Handy.
fired.
Handy.
Man.
Okay.
I ain't say nothing about Atlanta not make. I ain't say no. I've been such a peaceful person this season, and they all just coming for me. But it's okay. It's okay. That's just the hate that it comes with this star, man.
Oh my goodness. I feel for you. I feel for you, Janae. I absolutely do. We're gonna move on. I don't know how much better this is, but the Philadelphia Eagles, in the words of Denny Green, they are who we thought they were. They destroyed the New York Giants in a game that Janae was not even close. 38-7. Philly looked like that team. Well, let me ask you this. One could say Philly looked like that team that's been number one all year. That's been great. But then again,
did the Giants just suck?
Right.
Did the
Giants we know.
God, they didn't even come to play.
Nothing. They were terrible. Come on. That's the Danny Jones. Outside of Saquon Barkley, the rest of their team was awful.
Horrible.
Absolutely awful. I can't.
The defense. We've been talking about the defense the last 5 weeks. They just been. Oh, that was gross. That was just a horrible put together show. Saquon just did as much as he could, but like you said, Danny Dimes did not show up, man.
Yeah, he didn't show up at all, and Danny Dimes didn't. You talked about the defense. Brian Daboll didn't. Like, I don't even know if they knew that there was a game going on this weekend because when I looked at it and within like the first, before I even really sat down and got my stuff ready to watch the game, like my snacks and everything, it's 14-0. I turned away and looked back and it was 28-0. And then I said, oh, okay. And then for a second, I was like, you know what? A week ago, Jags, they were down 27-0 and
they came back. Yeah,
so let me watch this in the third quarter. 30, what was it? Was it 28, 30? I think it was 31 after that. Nope, we're good. I'm not missing anything.
It was definitely a lackluster playoff game, but shout out to the Eagles. They just are all facets. They just knew what to do. They just, man, they punched it. I mean, at the end of the day, people keep hating on the Eagles. She's giving some props. They did it. They handled them. They definitely handled them.
Now let's be honest. We have a reason to hate them for the division. This is a divisional hatred.
That's true.
We respect how good Hurts is and how good that team is, but it's gonna be hard pressed for either of us to give them any kind of love. Yeah,
you're right. You're right. He's absolutely right. But I mean, we know what happened. I mean, they just dominated. They dominated. So then now you ask, how low key bad is Minnesota? Ooh.
Somebody said that. I was listening down on TV today. It was either TV or the radio where they were saying, were we fooled by Minnesota this year? Because you look at it, every one of they were 11-0 in one possession games, but those are still games that they could have gone either way. Absolutely. And then you look at the other games that they played. They got destroyed by you guys.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think it was Green Bay waxed them. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
that's true.
Would the real Minnesota please stand up? Because
we don't know.
We might have got fooled.
Yeah, man. The Eagles did a great job. I'm not going to take nothing away from them. They did their job. They came out there ready to play. And the Giants, what does that say though, Sean? Like, people were actually thinking the Giants could possibly win,
Right.
But
I mean, you can't take anything away from what Brian Daboll has done for the New York Giants. We all expected them to be in the basement. Unfortunately, other teams are in the basement. But
9-7, they did and not
Right.
7-1.
Right.
They got from a 4-6 season last year, or 4 and whatever season last year. They didn't do good last year, so it's good to see Saquon back healthy. Shout out to them. They got some decisions to make. Is Danny Dimes your guy? Is Danny Dimes your guy? You think that he's going to be the guy moving forward? He got one bad game. Well, a few bad games, but one recently that we can go off of, and it just didn't look good in this playoff game, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Eagle said, you ever go night? You ever go night?
You ever go night?
You ever go night? Yo, Delilah, I remember that when the Packers be winning, and I say show divisional hate. Hey, you can do whatever you want to do in the division. We will understand. We will absolutely understand.
Because it's always a sour spot for all look. At least our division, we all hate each other.
Oh yeah,
nobody.
Minnesota's not like that. They lucked out 2 years in a row against the Saints. Yeah, huh? Well,
it's true. True.
Could be. Huh.
They
Coach of the Year candidate. Real talk.
He should. He absolutely.
I can see it. I can absolutely see it.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.